Beloved, I need you to hear me today. God has been giving you many signs that something big is on the horizon. You may not see it yet, but I want to encourage you to hold on to your faith because the shift is coming. You've been waiting, you've been praying, you've been persevering through the storm, but let me tell you, divine timing is in play right now. God is not late, He is not absent. He is working behind the scenes, setting things up in ways you could never have imagined. The challenges you've faced, the heartaches, the setbacks, the disappointments are not obstacles, they are part of the process. They are the preparation for the manifestation of what God has already promised you. Now, you may be asking, how do I know that something big is coming my way? Let me tell you, it's in the signs. You've been seeing them all around you. Maybe it was that unexpected encounter with someone who spoke life into you. Maybe it was a breakthrough that came in the most unlikely place. Maybe it was that shift in your heart where you felt something change inside of you. Those are the signs that God is up to something big in your life. But you must understand the signs aren't always loud. Sometimes they are quiet. Sometimes they come in the form of a small whisper, a gentle nudge. It could be a change in your thinking or a new opportunity that you never saw coming. And if you are paying attention, you'll start to realize that everything you've gone through has been preparation for this moment. God is shaping you, refining you, and getting you ready for the greatness that is about to be unleashed in your life. I know you've been frustrated. I know you've been wondering why it's taking so long, but God is not wasting your time. What you're going through now is not in vain. There is a purpose behind it all. God is not just getting you ready for a breakthrough. He's getting you ready for a breakthrough that will take you to new levels, new dimensions, and new opportunities. You might feel like you're standing at the edge of your promise, looking at it from afar, but God is about to push you forward into what's been waiting for you. It's not about your timing. It's not about your understanding. It's about trusting that God knows what He's doing. So when fear tries to rise up, when doubt tries to take hold, I want you to remember the signs. Don't focus on what you don't see. Focus on what God has already shown you. Keep walking by faith because the big things are on the way. So don't you dare give up now. Don't you dare throw in the towel. The signs are here. Something big is coming your way. And when it arrives, it will be bigger than you ever dreamed. Get ready because God is about to do something extraordinary in your life. I want you to understand something today. Divine timing is never wrong. We might not always understand why things unfold the way they do, but God's timing is always perfect. I know you've been waiting for your breakthrough. I know you've been praying for answers, and sometimes it feels like God is silent. You've been asking, when, Lord? When will it be my turn? But I need you to know right now, in the middle of your waiting season, that God is working on your behalf in ways you cannot see yet. You see, we often get frustrated because we're looking at the clock, trying to measure God's promises by our own timeline. But God doesn't work on our schedule. His ways are higher than ours, and His timing is never too early, never too late. It's always right on time. Just because things aren't happening the way you thought they would doesn't mean they aren't happening at all. There's a bigger picture being painted, and you're right in the middle of it. Think about it. Look at all the times in Scripture when it seemed like God was delaying His promises. Take the story of Abraham and Sarah, for example. God promised them a child, but they had to wait for years. And they didn't just wait a little while. They waited decades. But in the waiting, God was preparing them, refining their faith, building their endurance. If He had given them the promise too soon, they wouldn't have been able to handle the weight of it. The timing wouldn't have been right. And just like them, your season of waiting has purpose. It's not just about waiting for something to show up. It's about preparing you for what's coming. You might feel like the promise is delayed, but I'm telling you, the delay is not denial. God is putting things in place that you don't even realize. Maybe it's connections being formed. doors opening that you can't see yet, or even lessons that you're learning right now that will equip you for the next level. When the time comes, and it will come, you'll see that all those things you've been through, the struggles, the challenges, the times you felt overlooked, the times you felt like giving up, were all part of God's perfect plan. You couldn't have gotten here any other way. The timing of your breakthrough is not an accident. God is not just letting you go through random situations. He's preparing you for what you've been asking for. Every setback, every delay, every moment of confusion is setting the stage for the glory that is about to be revealed in your life. I know you felt like you've been forgotten at times, like God has passed you over. But let me remind you of something God never forgets. He never overlooks his children. And if it feels like things have been moving slowly, that's because God is doing something behind the scenes. He's making sure that when your moment finally arrives, everything will align perfectly. You might feel like you're in a holding pattern right now, but while you wait, God is working out the details, making sure that everything is lined up so that when the breakthrough comes, it won't just be good, it'll be exactly what you need. So I'm telling you today, stay in position. Don't move too soon. Don't rush ahead of God. When the time is right, it will be clear, it'll be undeniable. You'll see the doors open, the opportunities unfold, and everything that seemed impossible will come to pass in ways you couldn't even imagine. Trust the timing, because when God says it's time, it's time. There's no such thing as being too late with God, and there's no such thing as an opportunity passing you by. He is setting everything in place for what's next. So keep your heart steady and your faith strong. The time is coming, and when it does, you'll know that God's timing was worth the wait. Let me tell you something, the signs are all around you, but sometimes we miss them because we're looking for something big, something loud, something dramatic. But God doesn't always speak to us in the way we expect. Sometimes he speaks through the small things, the quiet moments, the little nudges that we often overlook. We're so focused on waiting for the big breakthrough, the explosion of opportunity, that we fail to see the subtle shifts happening right under our noses. And that's the problem. God isn't always showing us the signs in the way we want, but I promise you, he's speaking. You just have to pay attention. Think about how God spoke to Elijah in the Old Testament. After Elijah had been through the fire and the storm, he went out to the mountain expecting to see God in the wind, the earthquake, or the fire. But the Bible says God wasn't in any of those. He came in a still, small voice, and sometimes that's how God speaks to us, through the whispers of our lives. The encounter that changed everything might have been a conversation you had with someone you didn't expect to cross paths with. That unexpected breakthrough, maybe it was just a door that cracked open a little bit and you walked right past it without realizing it. You see, we're conditioned to think that signs should be obvious, like fireworks or a loud announcement, but often God is speaking to us through the small, almost imperceptible shifts in our daily lives. It could be something as simple as a change in your heart, a new thought that pops into your head, or a conversation that seems trivial but stirs something deep within you. The enemy will try to make you think those moments are insignificant, that they don't mean anything. But I'm here to tell you that God's speaking through those moments, and if you're willing to listen, you'll begin to recognize that something big is just around the corner. There are times in your life when it seems like everything is stagnant. You're in a season of waiting, and you wonder if God has forgotten about you. But let me tell you, even in those moments, God is working. You might not see it in the physical, but he's moving things behind the scenes. Maybe you're feeling a shift in your spirit, a stirring that you can't explain, and you don't know exactly what it means, but that's a sign. Maybe you're experiencing a new opportunity, even a small one, but you're unsure whether it's worth your time. That's a sign. Maybe someone comes into your life and they bring a word of encouragement at just the right time, a word that strengthens your heart when you needed it the most. That's a sign. These aren't coincidences. These aren't random occurrences. These are divine whispers guiding you toward the big thing that's coming your way. Too often, we ignore the small things because we think they don't matter, but every seed that's planted in your life, every word of encouragement, every door that opens even a crack is a sign that God is setting you up for something bigger. Those moments of favor, even in the smallest form, are God's way of telling you that your time is coming. The fact that things are shifting, even in subtle ways, is proof that something is on the horizon. And hear me, you don't have to have all the details right now. You don't have to know exactly how everything will unfold. God didn't show you the full picture when he gave you the first sign, and he may not show you the whole thing now, but what he is showing you is enough to keep moving forward. The signs may be small, but they're pointing you towards something magnificent. So don't dismiss the little things. Don't overlook the moments when God is working quietly in your life. Those are the moments that will prepare you for the big breakthrough that's coming your way. Keep your eyes open, keep your heart alert. The signs are all around you. Now, I know it feels like you've been waiting forever. You've been asking God for that breakthrough, and it feels like you're stuck in the same place, watching others around you move forward while you seem to be in a holding pattern. You're asking, why, Lord? Why haven't I seen the manifestation of what you promised? But what you might not realize is that this waiting period is not wasted time. It's preparation. God isn't just letting you sit idle. He's getting you ready for what he has in store. This season is all about your preparation for the bigger things he is about to release into your life. Sometimes we want God to show up in a big way and bless us with everything we've been hoping for all at once. But let me tell you, the blessings that God has for you are often too big to handle all at once. Before he gives you what you've been asking for, he has to prepare you. He has to shape you. He has to refine you, because what's coming requires a level of maturity, a level of wisdom, and a level of strength that you might not have right now. And that's why this time of waiting feels so uncomfortable. You're being stretched. You're being tested, and sometimes you feel like you can't take any more. But remember, you're not waiting on the blessing. The blessing is waiting for you to be ready for it. Think about how God prepares the ground for a harvest. Before the seed can grow, the soil has to be tilled, broken, and made ready to receive the seed. The same is true for you. God has been tilling the soil of your heart. He's been breaking up the hard places in your spirit, softening your heart so that you can receive the full measure of what he's about to give you. The waiting isn't punishment, it's preparation. And as you go through this season, understand that it's not about what you're missing, it's about what God is building inside of you. God knows that if he gave you the big blessing right now, you might not be able to sustain it. If he gave you that promotion, that opportunity, that relationship, that breakthrough today, you might not have the character to keep it. You might not have the emotional strength to handle it. You might not be ready for the responsibility that comes with the blessing. And so God, in his wisdom and love, takes time to prepare you. He knows that you're capable of so much more, but he also knows that you need to grow into that person. You need to be able to handle the weight of what's coming. The waiting season is also the refining season. It's when God tests your patience, your resilience, and your trust in his timing. It's when he molds you and shapes you into someone who will not only receive the blessing, but will also know how to steward it once it arrives. There are things you're learning right now that you may not fully understand, but one day you'll look back and see that everything you've gone through has been a lesson that prepared you for what's next. It's easy to get discouraged in the waiting. It's easy to feel like God has forgotten you or that you've been left behind. But hear me, God has not forgotten you. He's never left you. He's been using this time to build your faith, to strengthen your resolve, and to equip you for the next level. The bigger the blessing, the bigger the preparation, the next level in your life is going to require a new you. And God is shaping that new you right now. So don't despise the waiting. Don't resent the season you're in, even if it's uncomfortable. Understand that this is where God is building your endurance, your patience, and your strength. He's getting you ready for what's about to come. When the time is right, everything will fall into place and you'll step into the blessings that He has already prepared for you. You won't just receive them, you'll be able to manage them, protect them, and grow them. This time of preparation will be worth every moment of waiting. Keep your faith strong because God is not finished with you yet. I know the road hasn't been easy. I know you faced moments of doubt, times when fear crept in, and when you questioned if things would ever change. But let me tell you something. The fear that rises up in you in this season is nothing more than a distraction to stop you from stepping into the greatness that God has already prepared for you. The enemy wants you to doubt. He wants you to question whether the signs you've seen are real, whether the promises you've held onto are worth believing. But I want to remind you today, faith is always greater than fear. Fear will tell you that you're not enough. It will tell you that the doors in front of you are too big to walk through. It will whisper lies into your mind, telling you that you're too late, that the opportunities have passed you by, or that you're not equipped to handle the next season. But let me tell you, that's just fear trying to keep you stuck in the same place. Fear is a liar. The truth is the promises God has spoken over your life are still standing. They're still waiting for you to walk into them. And fear has no authority over what God has already declared. You see, when God gives you a sign, when He shows you that something big is coming, He's not doing it to tease you. He's not showing you a glimpse of what's to come only to take it away. No. He's giving you those signs to encourage you, to build your faith, and to remind you that the best is still ahead of you. But fear will always try to convince you that it's not for you, that you're not worthy of it, that you're not capable of stepping into that next level. But you've got to make a choice. You have to choose to trust God over fear. You have to choose to believe that what He's promised is coming to pass, even if you can't see it yet. You've got to hold on to your faith and walk in the truth of His word, no matter what fear tries to tell you. Now, I'm not saying that it's easy. Faith doesn't mean that fear won't try to show up. Faith means that even when fear shows up, you still choose to trust. Even when doubt rises, you still choose to believe. Even when the circumstances don't line up with the promise, you still move forward because you know that God's word is more powerful than anything the enemy can throw at you. Fear will make you hesitate, make you second guess your decisions, and make you wonder if it's really worth the risk. But let me tell you, if God said it's your time, then it's your time. If He said you're going to step into something big, then that's exactly what's going to happen. The only thing standing between you and your breakthrough is the choice to step out in faith. You've got to walk by faith, not by sight. You can't wait for everything to line up perfectly before you take the first step. Faith is believing in what you can't see yet, trusting in what God has already promised, even when you don't have all the details. And trust me, He's not asking you to do it alone. God is with you every step of the way, guiding you, strengthening you, and making sure that what He has for you is bigger than anything you've ever imagined. So when fear tries to stop you, when doubt tries to block your path, I want you to remember this: you have everything you need to walk into what's next. God has equipped you. He has already paved the way. All you need to do is trust, step out, and keep moving forward. The signs are there, and they're not just to get your hopes up. They're to prepare you for the moment when everything changes. Don't let fear steal your future. Keep walking, keep believing, and keep trusting, because what God has for you is bigger than any fear that tries to hold you back.